Let me ask you something real quick. Did Crawford do anything that impressed you or surprised you against Errol Spence?
He pulled out the fight, dog. He pulled out the fight before. We was a week away from fighting for the WBO title at 154. He pulled away from that fight.
Oh, okay. Let's go. Let's do like a fast, a short version of the Facts Friday. I'm still under the weather, so I'm not going to go live today. But I'm getting better. I want to be 100% for the Sugar Sean O'Malley versus the Sterling fight tomorrow. So I want to call that live stream commentary. Let's see if we can do it. Oh, I want to make this announcement too. Listen, there's a scam artist going around pretending to be ShowBizz the adult. All right, I know we're doing big things in this community. Now we got people acting to be us. We got clones out there. Listen, don't fall for it. If it doesn't have my blue check mark verified as me, it's not me. And I'm not giving away any giveaways unless you see it in my podcast or my videos, okay? And that's the tea, 2 teaspoons of honey. Okay, let's talk. So Derrick James is going kind of viral with this clip.
Did Crawford do anything that impressed you or surprised you against Errol Spence?
No comment.
Okay.
I'm not sure why. I'm not sure why he's going viral with that clip. Because what do you want him to say? What do you want? No comment. What do you want him to say? Yeah, Crawford whipped Spence's ass. That's what impressed me. He whipped his ass from pillar to post. That's his fighter. What do you want him? Do you want him to say, nah, I wasn't impressed. He didn't whip his ass. He whipped his ass. There's nothing else. People are talking to DJ. That's my DJ. Time and time again, ask him to assess that fight. There's nothing to assess. It was an ass whipping. Now there's a rematch. Let's see what we can do in the rematch. He's expected. He can only go up from there. How about that? He can only go up from there. That is one of the worst one-sided beatings in the history of, like, when it comes to top level fighters, that is one-sided. That's like I said, I haven't seen anything like that since George Foreman versus Frazier. Okay, now, I'm going to say this, though. The rematch is going to be bigger than the first fight because everyone's getting to know Terrence Crawford. See, most people knew Errol Spence. People are really getting to know Terrence Crawford. Terrence Crawford going on that campaign, this tour, right? He's everywhere now. Okay, so people are getting to know him. Expect the rematch to may just be bigger. Now let's move forward. Jermall Charlo making the point of the ShowBizz the adult community, talking about Andrade.
He pulled out the fight, dog. He pulled out the fight before. We was a week away from fighting for the WBO title at 154. He pulled away from that fight. I was trying to become undisputed way back then, but that fight didn't happen, and it's been some years, and he was with the wrong team and the wrong program. He's a great fighter, though. He can fight his ass off. He's good, but he just had the wrong guidance. The team that we're talking about developing, he didn't have the right team. But now he's with the right people. Al Heyman might guide his career to a point where he can get that ass whooping.
There you go, Joe. You were sitting.
What I tell you, Andrade turning down fights. What I tell you, I told you, it can't be everybody ducking Andrade. After a while, okay, and I'm going to talk to a lot of you show business partners who don't take self-responsibility. When you think it's everybody else, it's you. When you're pointing a finger at everybody else, it's you. Okay, when you point the finger, you got 4 fingers pointing back at you. No, you got 3 fingers and a thumb pointing right back at you. All right? Andrade, he did that another time against Zach Parker. That's right. Andrade versus Zach Parker was going to be the mandatory for Canelo Alvarez. Whoever wins that, WBO interim will fight Canelo Alvarez. Andrade, if you wanted Canelo Alvarez, that's a direct line to him. What did he do? He turned that shit down. So I'm saying, okay, I love that Andrade is fighting David Benavidez. I'm just sad that with a talent like Andrade and a skill set like Andrade, his career went this way. He has no notable fights in his career, okay? And now he's doing it at the very end against David Benavidez. I think he may have been playing it a little too safe. But now he's with the PBC. Immediately he gets that fight. Let's see what happens. I think he's a great talent. I heard Canelo Alvarez think it's a good fight. We'll see what happens with David Benavidez versus Boo Boo Andrade. People think it's going to be different than Caleb Plant. I think it's going to be similar. Either way, I'm just saying, Boo Boo Andrade had a hand in his career going the direction it has gone. Let me get some of this tea. Speaking of tea, let's go over to the UK. You have Chris Eubanks. You see this clip of him absorbing these body shots? Nice! My only concern is, Chris Eubank, I don't think the body shots was the problem.
Let's go with the left hand. Eubank catches a left hand. There he goes in the blue corner.
If you were taking some punches a foot and a half north. Listen, taking body shots, absorbing body shots, making sure that your core is strong is extremely important. I'm just saying that clip wasn't that effective. Let's take a quick break like we always do in our podcast. This is the Facts Friday, and let's check out some knockouts.
Wendy Peppercorn.
Knockout. Knockouts.
Y'all think the funny part was him falling down the damn stairs, which was funny. That was funny. But to me, the funny part was the fact that he got off that chick in the first place. Something about that chick, I don't know if it was how her weave smelled or something, but he said, I'm off her, I'm good, I'd rather fall down these damn stairs. Let's talk about Jessica McCaskill. She was on The Boxing Voice pretty much implying that she blames Matchroom for Alicia Baumgartner's failed test, saying that it was her last fight of her contract, so she was kind of stirring up a bit of conspiracy. Let's keep it real, okay? But Eddie Hearn didn't like that. Matchroom didn't like that. Here's what Eddie Hearn had to say.
Jessica McCaskill, okay. Your thoughts?
Absolutely the most wild thing I've ever seen in my life. I mean, they'll be hearing from us today, and I don't mind repeating it because it's one of the most bizarre things ever, is Alicia had one fight left on her contract, so maybe this was Matchroom trying to disrupt her. I mean, are you absolutely... I mean, firstly, that is the most offensive thing I think I've ever heard in my life. And secondly, the most defamatory thing I've ever heard in my life.
And here's Jessica McCaskill's bullshit apology.
It seems like some things have been shaken up the last couple of days. And it seems like I've had a pretty decent hand in that. So first I would like to apologize to my fiance, Rick Ramos, also my trainer and manager, because I know I've been stressing you out with all this ruckus. It seems like Matchroom has been offended by the conversation that was had yesterday on the Boxing Voice. Shout out to the Boxing Voice. And it seems like the overall conversation as a whole might have been misunderstood. But either way, my apologies for the conversation and for everyone being offended by the things that I said. Yeah, check me out on Instagram. Jessica McCaskill.
That's a Chicago apology right there. That is the most Chicago apology I've ever heard in my life. She was like, yeah, check me out on my Instagram. Check me out on my Instagram. I got a fight coming up. I'm sorry. What do you want me to say? Okay, everybody, let me know how you feel in the comments below. I'm sorry I couldn't do the Facts Friday podcast, but I'm already sweating, exerting a lot of energy. a little under the weather. Tomorrow, I hope I'm better. I'm going to try to get better because I really want to call the UFC fight. Let me know how you feel in the comments below. ShowBizz Adult. I'm out.